am very, very much a home bird. I need my step stool. I need my Hoover with my nozzle. It can be done. It definitely can be done. I've always loved light and shadows. A little bit goes a long way. So it just gives a little bit more life to woodwork. It's a good way to use up the leftover lemon. So you can get quite addicted to finding little marks to remove. The warmth, you can feel it through the window. The surfaces that get that wear and tear just needed a little bit of love and care. We live small, we live intentionally small. I am addicted to houseplants. Today is a good day to get rid of them. Where was I? Super shiny sink. There's something that I really want to talk to you about. This really is the most lovely spring day.
And the weather bright and sunny across the UK today, a bit breezy in the west later, a high this afternoon of 19 degrees.
You bring me home. You bring me It happens when I see you. I feel the rush out of the blue, out of the blue. So don't let go. You bring me
Good morning, welcome back. It's an absolutely glorious spring day today. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I hope you've got a lovely drink at home as well and you are ready to settle in, because today we have one of my favourite types of days. We're going to be at home today. I can't see us going out and about because I have quite a lot of things to tick off my list just around the home today. It's one of those spring cleaning, doors open, windows open, early morning bird song. We can have a lovely cozy day at home together, and I am really, really looking forward to spending another day with you. I would love to know how you are. How is this week going for you? So you last saw me on Wednesday, and that was very much a catch up vlog because I hadn't seen you since before we were over in the Peak District. So we were catching up. I did a few little bits and pieces around the home. We did a weekly food shop. GB made us a beautiful omelette. He's off this week, so he may be in and out. He's over in town this morning, tucked up somewhere in a coffee shop. I know he's taken a reading book. He's got his glasses. He's got his coffee over there, and he'll be over there for some time, which means that I can have the home to myself. And there really is something about having the home to yourself on a cleaning day. Music can be on, we can chit chat throughout the day, and I just love a cozy day at home. So we are very much in for a spick and span type cleaning day today. I will share with you how I go about cleaning and what I use, the products that I use, materials and cloths and things like that that I use to clean. But that being said, I am always open to your tips and tricks for a beautiful, clean home. A slow-lived home doesn't need to be about what it looks like. A slow-lived home is about what it feels like. And for me, it's about having those connections within that space. And you know what it's like when you move into a new home and it looks empty and bare and almost has the stamp of the family that was in there before. A slow home for me is when you've created that space that feels like your nest. I often talk about that in relation to our home. I feel like I'm creating a nest, somewhere that we both want to come back to. And you'll know one of my phrases, I love to go out to get back. I think that is because I've created this space, and you'll know if you do watch the vlogs, you'll know that where we live isn't huge. It's not a big home. We intentionally live small. There's just GB and I, and we don't have young ones around anymore. Having that space that you've created as your own, somewhere that you like to be away from, but you love to get back to. There's that phrase, there is nowhere like your own bed. And I feel like that about home. There is so much to see out there. There is the big wide world. And today I have to say, there's not a cloud in the sky. And I am glad that I am somebody who likes to get out, but finding peace where I am in my slow lived, intentional home is probably where I am happiest and definitely more myself. I am very, very much a home bird. I would love to know, are you a home bird too? Are you somebody who loves a day when you don't need to go out there in the big wide world? You can stay home and drink tea or coffee and make a sandwich and settle down on the sofa and have the doors open and notice a bird outside. That is very much me, and I know it may sound dull, but I can assure you, living this way for me is not dull. And actually, I find so much pleasure in the simple things. It's all about simple living for me. I think there are certain things that you can do to help you live small and live more intentionally. I would love to share my journey with you. Over the next few weeks, I will talk with you a little bit more about how we decided to live this way and ways that we have created space within our small home. It can be done. It definitely can be done. And I remember when we bought this place, we were looking for much bigger properties. And I am so pleased that we decided on this. It's completely changed our lives. I have got to stop chit-chatting. I could talk all day, as you probably know, but I'm going to get some cleaning things and we'll get started. I'm going to start from the top down. So my first job is feather dustering, and this is a job that I am sure I probably role played as a child over and over and over again. And as an adult, well, it's one of the jobs that I completely miss off my list. And just looking up there is quite a few cobwebs in the hallway, and doing the dusting from the top down just makes sense. So I'm going to have a quick whip round bedroom and hallway, and there is a huge cobweb, and it's probably been there for, well, we're amongst friends, it's probably been there for about 6 weeks. Above the arch window. But it's one of those jobs that you need to find a step stool because it's really quite high up to reach. Well, the very first job is, let's get the windows open. Bird song. It's very mild. They say it's going to be up to, I think they said 19 degrees Very, very mild today. I often find that the very top of the blind has dust, and a feather duster is great just along there. Dust everywhere. There's a huge cobweb up there, but I'm going to be careful not to get it on the bed because the bed's just been changed. Just very gently. Done. Look at all the dust. What a great job. There's more dust in this area. Let's bring it all the way down. You see it there? Down and gone. That has been driving me crazy, that bit there. Brilliant. All perfect.
There's a friction in my conscience. Am I too far gone? Does the good mean there must be something more?
Well, I have one very, very dusty feather duster. I mean, that is the point of them, isn't it? Well, I know it's definitely a cleaning day today because I cannot stop sneezing now. As soon as you have moved the dust, the sneezes come, don't they? My next job is this lampshade. I need my step stool. I need my Hoover with my nozzle. Now, this is from IKEA and I fell in love with it. I still love it. I love to have different textures in this bedroom. It's a very white bedroom with some dark grey accents. So to keep it dust free and clean, I hoover it and then I wipe it down. And that is a job that I clearly do not do every week because I have a life, but it's one of those jobs that does need doing occasionally. And I think the last time that I did this would have been maybe after we put the Christmas decorations away. That was probably the last time that I did cobwebs and things like that in here. So let's get this job done. Step stool, Hoover. A couple of damp cloths now, just to remove any of the last dust. Being careful not to sprinkle the dust over the bed. Doing this little job has just reminded me that when it went up, the bedroom had just been decorated and my eldest stepson came over. He would have been, I would say, about 20, around this age. And he walked past to go into the main room because we're all on one floor, as you know. And he looked in here with confusion and then looked at his dad and then looked at me and said, "Why have you got a hot air balloon in your bedroom?" It is oversized. I know it is oversized. When you go for neutrals, I always feel that it's nice to incorporate texture, which is why I think I like this so much. But yes, it does look like a hot air balloon just randomly in our bedroom. Huge cobweb up here. Do you want to see it? I'll bring you over so you can see just how dusty it is. There we go. Dust. Gone.
Bring me back to what I know. What I know is what I know. 'Cause you are home.
They go everywhere, don't they? Literally everywhere. I definitely feel like I need to make this more of a regular job. I'm quite embarrassed with how much dust there actually is on the ceiling. I just don't go around looking up, but as soon as you start looking up, oh my. It's pretty big, this cobweb, but it is really, really high up there. So that's my excuse for not getting it before now. The daffodils on the balcony are looking wonderful. I'm just up safely on the stool, middle of the screen. Check out that cobweb. You see it? Hopefully you can see. I'll use the feather duster along here and you can see just how glorious the day is.
The common ground of difference is where I find you. Different kinds of moments.
The cobwebs are all done. I'm going to give the sides a wipe. I have plans for the woodwork, so let's get them completely dust free.
You showed me that no one is ever too far. Bring me back to what I know. What I know is what I know is you are home.
I thought it was probably best to give the mirrors a once over, and I always use white wine vinegar. I will either use a plain cotton cloth, wet and then dry, or a waffled tea towel. It just depends on what I have around. Full on cotton cloth for today. I always find a little bit goes a long way. Round in circles. Hate cleaning mirrors and windows. I think it's the worst job. I did all the windows recently, but not the mirrors. And then our window cleaner comes round to do the outsides of the windows, I think every 8 weeks. Especially that arch window. That arch window always needs to look crystal clear, otherwise any marks would just drive me mad. I can see myself in the mirror again now. When we bought this mirror, the idea was to have it up on the wall. No go. It's so heavy. It's unbelievably heavy. Yes. A clean mirror. If you are somebody who loves to look at dirt, that is the dirt from the mirror.
What I know is what I know is you are home.
So you're going to pop out to supermarket. You said you wanted to pick up some meat. Can we have sparkling water?
Yeah.
I've got some salmon. Cauliflower? Cauliflower for cauliflower rice? Or I'll tell you what we do need.
Please do.
Tins of tomatoes.
There's 2 tins there.
Yeah, but I like 2 tins in reserve, and I'll be using those for sauce, tomato sauce. Do you fancy a salad for lunch? Because it's such a nice day. Have we got feta?
Tell you what,
Feta cheese?
there's cheese there. Feta cheese there. You're not double cheesing.
No, we're not double cheesing. Have we got?
That's feta, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it in date? I think it
Yeah.
is. Brilliant.
June.
So I'm going to have feta salad then for lunch. What are you thinking? Oh, cashews.
There's some cashews in here.
Why don't we have these out and then we can sort them out, and I'll pick at these nuts today. Okay, can you pick up some more cashews? Can you get some olive oil? Olive oil. So we've got extra virgin, but not olive oil. Where are you going to go? Are you going to Tesco? So yeah. Right, love you. See you later. See ya. Bye. Oh, the bags. I've put them here. There you go, love.
Perfect.
Happy shopping. Right, see you in a bit. Bye. It's so nice GB being off work. He's off to Tesco. He's going to grab us some lunch. So salad, he's going to have some meat. I'm going to have some feta. We've not done a big shop as such this week. I think because he's off work, we don't know whether, there he goes. We don't know whether we're in for lunch or out for lunch or in for dinner, out for dinner. It's really nice. I'm having lots of lunches and dinners made for me. He loves to cook. His job is far more stressful than mine. He has really, really long hours, and I enjoy cooking. So it tends to be me in the kitchen because I love being here. I love making wholesome food. I love cooking from scratch. I love it if I can get a dinner on in the afternoon. He'll be in here working. I may be doing something with my vintage business, or I may be teaching family fun phonics. But just knowing that dinner's already on, if we're using a slow cooker, for example, if dinner's already on, salmon's already in the crock pot, and then we've got that to look forward to. It just makes the smells through the home in the afternoon. You'd have seen me clean the mirror, which, as I say, I use white wine vinegar for that, and then either a cotton or a microfiber cloth. So mum used to use this, which means, of course, I do too. Then I'll pop the white vinegar spray into my own spray bottles. And I use these because I love to hold them. They're great for holding and they have a good amount of spray that comes out. And I have used them for years and years and years. So this is definitely what I use for windows and for mirrors. It brings them up so beautifully sparkly. The windows don't need cleaning today. I actually cleaned those with you just a few weeks ago on an early spring cleaning vlog. What is your trickiest housework job? For me, it's 100% the windows. I would not do them at all if I could. I would say that they are the hardest housework job. I wanted to share with you my general cleaner. Again, I've just labelled it up, general cleaner. I've popped it into this bottle and I'm currently using Purdy and Fig. Right at the back here is where I keep my Purdy and Fig to go, my new ones. Here they are, completely natural and can be used on all surfaces as well. It's quite easy to sign up to Purdy and Fig, but it's on a subscription basis. Now, I am never sure how much I'm going to need of the product, so I actually buy mine on Amazon, and I find that way really useful for me because it just means I can buy as and when I need to, rather than buying into something that's going to arrive every single month. You also get a bottle, I believe, similar to this one, as well as a microfiber cloth. All you do is you pop the whole of the contents of the little bottle into a spray bottle. So you popped it all in and then you fill it up with water. The smells are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. One of our subscribers messaged recently to say, when I'd mentioned it before, and said that she had a stain on her sofa, couldn't get rid of it. She even phoned a sofa cleaning company who said because the stain was on velvet, they were not going to touch it. So she just said to herself she'd give it a go. She tried Purdy and Fig and it went away. So I highly, highly recommend them. The smells are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Lots of essential oils. I'm simply sharing those with you today because I love them. I thought you may like to know just a little bit more about them because you've probably seen them online. Right, that surface area is all clear now. I'm just looking over the top of the camera. The mirror is done and so is the big dresser that I have over there. I'm going to move over and do the same on the console table, and then I'll show you how I buff up the wood. As I said, today's not about those weekly jobs. Today's about those jobs that I do occasionally, like cobwebs. Those jobs that need doing occasionally. And I found that if you've got woodwork, this is just a great way to give it a little bit of a shine and a buff, and it makes you feel like you've really given the home such a deep clean. There definitely will be a house plant vlog in the near future. I can see that some of these plants really need repotting. Some need separating so that I can make more during the spring and the summer. Houseplants really help to bring the outside in. My gorgeous umbrella plant. I cannot believe how much this has grown. This is one of those plants that really, really does need repotting. Just before we head over, I thought you may like to see the house plants that have come from the dresser and also the console table. I just love them. If you don't know by now, I am addicted to houseplants, 100% addicted to houseplants. So I said that I would talk to you about how I buff up the wood. I'm going to start with the dresser and the console table. And I love to use the brie wax. Now this is something that we use throughout our home, and it just helps us to keep all our wood in keeping so that it's roughly the same colour. I go for medium brown. It cleans, stains and polishes. So it just gives a little bit more life to woodwork. You know when woodwork can go a little bit dull after you've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned it, or it may have a ring mark from where you've put a hot drink down, things like that. This is wonderful. I'll show you it now. This is brie wax. You can get it in any DIY store or on Amazon. This is what it looks like inside. A little goes such a long way. I'm going to use a lint-free cotton. It's actually a napkin. It's from IKEA. They're not very expensive, but this one is bleached. It's got a bleached area at the top. And rather than getting rid of it, I know that I can use this again and again with cleaning. A little goes a long way. So I will start rubbing it in circles, but then I always make sure that at the end of the polish, I am moving in the direction of the wood grain. I will bring you up nice and close, and then you can see what the top of this looks like from the start to the finish. Let's take off the little mirror. Oh yes, it's got a few little black marks on the wall there. Fear not, I've got something to show you how to get rid of any little marks on the wall, but I'll talk to you about that later on. You probably can see that the wall has these black marks on. I will show you in a little while just how I will remove those. It's just a little brush mark from the back of the mirror, but today is a good day to get rid of them. just seen the car, so I know GB's on his way back. Oh, he's just here. You okay, love?
The hunter returns.
The 100. Oh, very nice.
I've gathered.
Okay. I bet this one will come up really well. Yes, it's going to soak it in, I think. Was it busy in the supermarket?
Not really.
No.
No, it's all right.
Nice. Was it the big one you went to? You weren't that long, actually. Well, I probably would have had a look at the house plants.
Yeah, in and out.
Yeah, you don't mess around. Well, this definitely looks better. This one's really soaking it up compared to the other one.
That's what I said.
I didn't hear you say that. All right, my little chuckle bunny. That's a nice name. It's very spring-like.
Romantic when I want to be, you know.
All right, my little chuckle bunny. No, it's not what you normally call me. Did you just make that up on the spot? I know. Wow. Right. GB, come and have a look at this now.
It's darker.
Definitely better, isn't it? GB's made me salad. So what have we got? Tomatoes, lettuce, feta, cheese. Are they cashew nuts on the top? Oh, you are so good.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
And lots of salad underneath. So
Oh.
so there's probably only about that much food in it.
Lovely. Can't wait. Thank you so much. Where to sit is the question. Probably amongst my houseplants. I'm thinking we just should have the houseplants out like this the whole time.
Well, you can enjoy them on your own.
I feel quite nice. I feel quite settled sitting amongst them. This is gorgeous.
Sorry?
Great job. Can you pass me a tea towel, please? Thanks. I think the sunshine is really bringing people out today. No coats are needed. It's gloriously sunny. There is some cloud in the sky now, but the warmth, you can feel it through the window. It's so refreshing after this long winter that we've had. I think I'll prepare some grapes for later on. Quite often we will just have washed grapes out on the coffee table in the evening. It's a great way for us just to get some fruit in, but I always find that if I leave them on the bunch or I pop them in the fridge, they just don't get eaten just by washing and preparing them. As soon as we've got them into the home, they'll get eaten. But if we don't, they won't. Freshly washed grapes, so refreshing. Something that my sister always does. We love it when she says, do you want some grapes? Because we all know she washes them all and then she cuts them all in half. I know you're supposed to cut grapes in half for young children, but I just feel like if you prepare it in a way like that, it does make you want to eat it more. It doesn't take 2 minutes just to wash them and take them off the bunch. You can also get rid of the packaging then as well. We'll probably eat all of these in one evening. Have you noticed out of your window more wildlife? I've heard buzzy bees this morning. We've had a fly in the kitchen. Of course, we've had a fly because as soon as you open the windows, buzzy flies come in. We've also had some beautiful butterflies. I saw a ladybird earlier on as well today. This time of year is when everything is beginning to really bloom again, and I just love it. It's always hard, isn't it, to get that motivation going again after you've had your lunch, and it was a lovely lunch today, I have to say. But the way that I gear myself up for the afternoon is, of course, a cup of coffee, my third cup today, my third and my final cup. It's been a really busy, deep cleaning day so far. Sometimes it's good to work out what you've done and then what you need to do. So far, I have cobwebbed everywhere. I have cleaned the sides. I've cleaned the lampshade in the main bedroom. I've also waxed the sides, repolished them. They look lovely. I'm hoping to do the same in the kitchen as well. Really bring up the woodwork in here. It's a great in-between little hack that we have. Because we have wooden sides, they often need revarnishing or re-waxing, and it does mean sanding back and then giving it all a once over. I'm recording.
What am I laughing?
Yes.
I'll tell you, I'm actually going to start watching what I'm watching because we should watch it together.
Right, what is it?
It's called.
So let me just explain. I'm recording. GB is sitting in the main room amongst all of the plants. He's got his earphones on and he's watching something on his iPad. But whilst I'm recording, I keep hearing him laughing, which then obviously I don't mind, but it just takes me off track of what I'm about to say. So GB, explain what's the situation. Nice big voice because my microphone.
So you remember I said to you a while ago that there's a programme on television where all the comedians go into a room.
Oh yes.
To make each other laugh.
Yeah, but you said it wasn't based in the UK.
I think it was Australian.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a UK version of it. Rob Beckett, Richard Ayoade, Bob Mortimer.
Bob Mortimer's in it.
Yeah, Sarah Pascoe.
Oh yeah, let's watch it together. So what channel is it on?
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. And
License on it.
do you know what it's called?
Yeah, Last One Laughing UK.
Last One Laughing UK.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Very, very funny. Okay, well, would you be all right to stop watching it then?
Yeah, I'll stop watching
and
it.
we'll watch it together.
Yeah, we'll both enjoy that.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so Last One Standing. We'll watch that. I'll look forward to that then. A little date night together. Blah, 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 blah. Where was I? Where was I? I was just saying lampshade. Yes, I was talking about buffing the sides, then the kitchen. Hopefully I've got time just to buff up these sides. But this afternoon, I want to get rid of a few marks on the walls. I'll show you how I do that. I also want to take a look at the skirting boards because they need doing. I really want time to descale the kettle. Looking over the camera there, all the plants are out, the mirrors are out, everything needs to go back now that the sides are dry, but we will start with just removing those marks from the wall. Okay, to get those marks off the wall, I've got my cleaning pot here full of little brushes, toothbrushes that I use just for cleaning, but this is what we need. It's called a magic sponge. I think they're called magic sponges, magic erasers. This will get those marks out. The stain is just here and there's also one at the top. So all I'm going to do is use my magic sponge and you'll see, don't worry about the drip, it will all dry. It will dry beautifully. Get that off. I'll let that dry and then I can show you exactly what it looks like. Let's move around and do the stains on the other side. I will show you this once it's dry and you'll see that it is absolutely magic. I think I remember there being a stain down here as well. There is. There's another stain down here. I'll show you this one because it's a little bit more vivid in colour than the walls. I've just wet the sponge again. So it's here. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it will come out. Brilliant. It has. Again, that will just dry clear. Little one there as well. You can get quite addicted to finding little marks to remove. Time to put the mirrors back, all of the plants back onto the dresser and the console table. I must not get distracted by the plants that are in front of me. It's very, very easy for me to go off task and onto something else. But today is a deep cleaning day and not a house plant loving day. As much as I want to get my hands in the soil and have them run through my fingers, I am going to keep on task. It's very difficult though, isn't it? I didn't show you the wall. I need to show you the wall. Ta-da! No marks at all gone. Right, let's get this up here again. Oh, it's so heavy. Take two. It's so heavy. GB did say, wait until I get home to put the mirror back, but if you're anything like me, I cannot wait. The job has to be done when I need it doing. That's the projector there that projects onto the back wall, and the room diffuser. We'll put some plants the other end. The baby spider plant is doing very well. Another little job that needs doing is door handles and all the woodwork around the doors, and Purdy and Fig works really well for that. So all I'm going to use is my Purdy and Fig, which has been mixed with water, and my microfiber cloth. Mine is 100% cotton waffle tea towel. I love them. So I'm literally going to get into the door. Oh, the smell is so good. So door handles, a little bit of spray on, and I really just move round and round in circles, and it just brings them up nice and shiny. I'll show you the ensuite door handle. It's a room that we go in and out of a lot. Often I have makeup on my hands, and you'll see there's scuff marks on there. There's going to be, because as much as we want to all be careful, we're not always careful. And when I was in bed last night reading, I said, I am definitely doing that job tomorrow, and I cannot wait to get that door handle clean. So come with me, I'll show you what it looks like now and how I'm going to buff it up so that it shines again. It's not just the door handle, there is dust, makeup here, and it really does need a good clean. So let's give it a spray and start with the handle. Really buffing it back up again. So much better already. Clean up the door frame. Next up is some very, very dusty skirting boards. I'm going to use the magic eraser. I'm going to wipe it and clean away the dust. I am one of those people that gets a lot of satisfaction from collecting dust and then looking at it. Please don't think I'm strange. I used to do this as a child. I would love to run my finger along the skirting board that went up our stairs. So we had a stairway that sort of went round. Once a week, I would be at the top with my finger, and I would do it in one swoop, one motion, just to see how much dust I had collected. I am somebody who likes to do that. Is there a name for that? I don't know. I know it may be strange to some of you, but it may not be strange. I'm not sure. I don't know if other people are like this or if it's just me. The first one we're going to do is just down here. So I'll bring you nice and close. I've got my magic sponge. It's washed. It's the same sponge that I used on the wall. You just keep washing it, rinsing them out, wash, rinse, and they tend to get smaller and smaller and smaller because where you're rubbing against surfaces, it shrinks the sponge. Just start with a quick hoover, come round. You see the shadow on the wall. That's lovely, isn't it? I've always loved light and shadows. The magic sponge is just so good. It really helps to clean up any surface. I think if you can find a way to embrace housework or deep cleaning in a way that makes it more mindful, so having nice music on, or the satisfaction of cleaning a dirty skirting board and making it fresh again. I know for some it's not important, but for other people it really, really is. And for me, I find that when I know I'm giving good to my home, I'm giving good to the family, it just inspires me to be creative at home, and I enjoy lounging around when the housework's done. I don't enjoy lounging around when I know I've got things to do. This really is the most lovely spring day. It's a little bit later on now, and I have to say it's still absolutely beautiful outside. The sun is moving around, but you can still feel the heat actually inside. It has been such a glorious sunny day today, and fingers crossed that when you watch this on Saturday, we are having a very spring-filled weekend. We can only hope, can't we? I have been really busy doing the skirting boards using those magic eraser sponges that I showed you. I've also cleaned the large light bulbs in the kitchen and in the main room. White vinegar spray worked an absolute treat on those. I've also just buffed up the kitchen work sides. I don't do it everywhere. I don't need to, otherwise it will look patchy. It's areas where they get a lot of use. So where we stand and prepare, or where we're washing up, the surfaces that get that wear and tear just needed a little bit of love and care. So that's done. we're going to descale the kettle now. So we need 1 lemon for this. To descale the kettle, we need 1 lemon and a cup of the white vinegar spray. I'm just going to squeeze the lemon inside, squeeze it all in. In goes the white vinegar spray. I'm going to fill the kettle up to around 2/3 and then boil. Whilst the kettle is boiling, I'm going to clean my chopping board in a very natural way. So I've got my leftover lemons. I'm going to sprinkle over some salt, coarse salt, just to really get into the wood. Put some salt on and then simply rub the lemon up and down the chopping board. A natural and effective way just to remove any odours, bacteria, and clean the board. Some salt on this side. I find that the salt just helps to remove anything that's on the surface of the wood. It's a good way to use up the leftover lemon as well. Done. Smells lovely. Right, we'll rinse that off. Whilst the kettle is boiling, let's pop through into the other room. There's something that I really want to talk to you about, but the kettle can get quite noisy. So let's go through now and I can share everything with you. Well, it is a little bit quieter in here. I'm sure we'll hear the kettle though in no time at all. Right. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you for your support, your encouragement, your friendship. When I started YouTube in July, I did not know what to expect. I had no idea though that my strength to create videos would come through the friendships and contact with you. So thank you so much. And I am so grateful that you are here, you're enjoying the content, and you come back week after week, vlog after vlog. I know that there are many of you who watch the video and then comment after every single watch. And that really is the reason that I'm doing this. I initially loved creating videos, but now I know that you are coming back each week and you're enjoying them as well. I've really had to think about what I'm about to say. It isn't something that I've thought about overnight or even over a week or a month. I would say I've had to really think about this since Christmas. Like all of us, we all have things going on, and there are a few things going on at the moment that really do need time. And I've had to think about how I'm going to manage that time, because I really do not want to stop my channel. I have loved it so much. It's allowed me to be incredibly creative, which I love. It's allowed me to have my own area of lifestyle, magazine style content. And I'm putting out there all of the things that I love and enjoy. But as I mentioned, there are just a few things going on, nothing to worry about, nothing serious. Everybody's well, but there are a few things that I need to concentrate on. And I've made the decision that to keep quality content for you, because I really truly believe that a video needs to be worthy to go onto YouTube, worthy of your time and of a quality that I'm happy with. I've made a decision to have a video go out every Saturday, which does mean that there is not always going to be a Wednesday video. In my mind, I would like to produce Wednesday videos, Wednesdays and Saturdays, and just keep going with those 2 days. But realistically, moving forwards, videos will be out on a Saturday. And if it's a week that things are looking more manageable at home, I will also produce a video for the Wednesday. I don't really want to say that I'm going to put a full stop against the Wednesday vlogs and then just finish them. I want to be able to manage my time in a way that Wednesday vlogs can come back in the future, or should it be a week that is a bit easier for me, then I can produce a Wednesday video. So the best place to look for knowing if there will be a Wednesday video or not is the YouTube community page. I will always pop a post on the day before, whether there is a video or not the next day. As you probably know that, I know that lots of you do see that post. Or over on Instagram, which I have always used to snap shots of what I'm up to, food, seasonal pictures, and just things that bring such simple pleasure to life. I hope that you will still be around on Saturdays and can continue to enjoy the vlog content, because I really honestly love making these videos for you, and it means the world to me that you are watching them and enjoying them. So hopefully I've tried to make that clear. It's been not an easy thing to talk about, and it's been on my mind. So moving forwards, there will be a vlog on a Saturday. I want to think carefully about when I release that video. I'm wondering, I'm more than open to hearing your ideas, but I'm thinking, would it be better to release it Saturday morning? I know lots of you like to watch over breakfast, and sometimes you split a video in half. So I was thinking, would you prefer a Saturday morning upload because you've got more flexibility maybe over the weekend to watch, or you could split the video in half? Do let me know your ideas. The kettle is about to go off. I absolutely love this sound. I've left the lemon and the salt out. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a moment. But once this kettle has boiled, we're going to leave it for around half an hour with the lemon and the white vinegar mixture. Mixture? That's not the right word, is it? Well, it is a mixture, but when you put two liquids together, can't think of the word. I really don't know what word it is there, but I will say we will leave the combination of the lemon as well as the white vinegar just in the kettle for around half an hour. I'm going to really, really let it boil. Perfect. Right, I'm going to leave that in there. Let's turn around to the sink. That sunshine's really coming through, isn't it? Lovely. I love this time of year. I really do. I love all times of year, really. Right, we're going to give the sink a clean. I'm going to, again, sprinkle salt all over. And then the leftover lemon. And I'm going to move around in circles and buff up my stainless steel sink. Because the salt is coarse, it just helps to remove any tough stains. It's coming up beautifully. Do you want to have a look? So using my lemon and going round and round. If you can see any of the little bits, it's just where bits have come off the lemon. Wow, that looks wonderful. Super shiny sink. Today has been the ultimate deep cleaning spring day. I have absolutely loved spending the day with you. I'll see you again on Saturday. Take care and I will see you then. Bye for now.